I am just gonna start. I also don't have my tablet with me, so I'm gonna really hope that there isn't anything that requires it, like a la Pokemon Rangers, but we'll see. God, that was loud. Oh my god, that was so loud. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ooh, we got cutscenes. Not another person getting shot. No! It was Ricky. Hotel Cape West. Ah. Another murder? Bye, Sut. Oh my god, it's loud. This is the manager of Red Crown. How may I help you? Hey! I know her. We'll send another salesman along right away. Rachel, find out where the hell that bozo Hyde is and what he's doing. Kyle Hyde, that was his name. Relax, Ed. I'm just taking a bit of a breather. A breather? This is work, not some kind of game, Hyde. Whoa there, boss. You don't want to pop a blood vessel at your age. You know what, Hyde? I've had enough of your bull. You're fired. What? Now we're jobless. Goddamn, they put a lot of cutscenes in this. For a DS game? Oh. The name is Kyle Hyde. Let you here just in time. I'm a salesman for a 2-bit company called Red Crown. Quit my detective job in Manhattan and got out of the city a good 4 years ago. Turn that down more. On the surface, Red Crown makes deliveries. Household stuff, nothing exciting. Behind the scenes, the boss has a racket going to find certain things. Oh wait, right, he's not a detective anymore. Things that don't want to be found, if you know what I mean. That's where I come in. I travel places and look for things. It ain't all dazzle and lights, but I'm not gonna hang it up just yet. But you got fired, didn't you? You just got fired. What do you mean you're not gonna hang it up? Then again, December 18, 1980. That's the day Ed finally grew a pair and sent me on my way. So I dragged my sorry ass to the dump I'm used to calling home. Oh. Chapter 1, December 18, 1980. How much when did the first game take place? I don't remember. Is that Louis? Is that Louis? Louis! Hold the phone. Okay, I just had to turn the overall volume down on the Super Special DS. Room 202 key to my apartment. Got it on a big fat key ring so I don't lose it. I promised Rachel I'd call Red Crown right away if it rings. Oh my god. Ah! I'm getting nostalgic already! 1970. Oh, it's literally just been 1 year. Interesting. Two old but sturdily built chairs. Wonder how long since someone actually sat in one. Is it just me, or has there been more junk delivered to the lobby than usual? Maybe. Something's going on. I gotta deepen my voice. Whoa! A lot of cardboard boxes light piled up next to the wall. I'd say somebody went a little overboard with the packing tape. No bulb, I'm sure it'd work if it did. Damn, you can click on everything. Classy. Interesting that there'd be like a little drawer place though in the lobby. Like, what would you even put there? Woo! Do I just avoid him? Special promotion. Buy something from the machine and be sure to check the reverse of the bottle cap. Whoa, prizes! Make your 25 cents count. Fabulous prizes, huh? Maybe I should buy some juice. Do we have money? Vending machine in the lobby. Unfortunately, I don't have any change right now. Never mind, we're poor. A victim of too many behinds. Okay, let's go talk to him. Hey, Tony. Oh, Tony? I don't know, Tony. I really thought that was Louis. Huh? Well, if it isn't Mr. Hyde. Long time no see. Long time? You serious? It's been, what, like 3 days since we last bumped into each other? Trust me, seeing you once every 3 days is plenty. Come on, man, you're killing me here. Don't be so cold. Ah! He's got color! Guy's name is Tony Wolf. A musician. Lives across the hall. Not exactly a platinum seller, though. Schedule full of free time and broke to boot. Living the big free and easy. Just past a dame in sunglasses on the way in. She's a friend of yours? Oh, that classy lady in the big hat? Nope, no friend of mine. Doesn't live here either. Came to visit someone, I guess. At least, I don't think she lives here anyway. Helpful, Tony. Real helpful. Aw, come on, man. You in love with her or something? No, just curious. Yeah, sure. Give that brain cell of yours a rest, why don't you? Speaking of the rest, I got somewhere to be. You're taking off already? Not exactly the chatty type, are you? No chit-chat for your old pal, Tony? This guy for real? Since when have we been close friends? Think we're joined at the hip or something? Have you always been like this, Tony? What do you mean? Man, I thought we were best buds. We've been tight since you invited me for dinner that time. Invited? Whoa! They're having dinner together? The way I recall it, you barged your way into my room. Try to chow down on my takeout dinner. Is that how it looked? Eating another man's food ain't the best way to make friends, you know. I didn't realize you'd taken it so hard. I mean, who decides what's cool and what isn't between friends? I describe you as many things, Tony, but a friend ain't one of them. We're just, you know, acquaintances. Is that so? I didn't have you pegged as such a cold hombre? I'm cold, all right, especially when dealing with the likes of you. I forgot how mean he was. That's harsh, even for you. I'm not a robot, man. I have feelings, you know. He's turning more into Louis. What are you gonna do, Tony? Take a swing at me? We literally just came up to Tony for no reason and picked a fight with him. He was just standing there doing it, minding his own business. He didn't even call us over. We just went up to him and now we're yelling at him. You know, like you did last Friday. It's all coming out now, huh? I told you I had a drink and it messed with my judgment. A drink? I'd say you pretty much drained the bar's reserves. You were drunk and on a mission, Tony. You had some funny idea about spray painting in your apartment. When I stepped in to stop you, you saw red and went for me. Why would you stop him? Just let him do what he wants. You sure that's what happened? Besides, I thought we'd put that little incident behind us. By my count, that makes 3 times now. You just lose it when you're drunk, Tony. The worst part, I always seem to get pulled into the mayhem. All right, I get it. I swear I'll never cause you any strife again. Cross my heart, man. Yeah, and the rest. Why have I got a funny feeling of deja vu right now? I ain't no fortune teller, but I predict I'll be hearing it next month too. Are you for real? Next month? Yeah, that's rich. You know damn well there won't be any more of our little chats next month. Oh, all we got left, meaning? You leaving, Tony? What's that supposed to mean? Found yourself somewhere classier? Maybe I have. What do you care? Seriously, though, you're clearing out? Why are you so surprised? I mean, it's not like I'm the only one. Well, try to keep more control over yourself from now on. I gotta split. Kyle's like hurt. He didn't expect Tony to actually leave. And now he's like, oh, he's never gonna be here again. What do I do? How do I address these feelings? So he's just leaving. Hold up. What was he saying? Are you for real? That's rich. You know there won't be any more of our chats next. That literally just happened. Why is he all set to leave so suddenly? He's still thinking about it. Hey, Hyde. Oh, come on. Stay and chat a little more. It's not like she only gave us a day. Wait, what? Oh, are they all being forced to clear out? Oh, they're literally like, don't leave. You have to talk to him. Why are you so keen to leave all of a sudden, Tony? Why? You kidding me? After we got that letter, I didn't really have a choice. That letter? What letter? What letter are you talking about? Man, I'm talking about that letter Max Patrice sent out. It was all made plain and simple there. Which letter would that be? Tell me you got the letter. We all got them about a week ago. Everyone in the building got one. First I've heard of it. Are you serious? You haven't read the letter? You call me irresponsible? What a joke. Can it, Tony? What are you talking about? Do you even check your mailbox? Like ever? Why am I even asking? Last time I snuck a peek, yours was packed solid. Tony! That's a crime! Let's just say I'm not the kind of guy who has pen pals. Bills and other junk. They don't deserve my time. Kyle, you need to check your bills! Sloppy, real sloppy. You're lucky to hold down a job with an attitude like that. They've got kind of a fun dynamic going on. I love Louis, but I love that Tony's so much more antagonistic. Because I feel like Kyle needs someone who's more antagonistic with him. Is that supposed to be a joke? What's my job got to do with this? Let's get back on track. What exactly did that letter say? Told us all to gather our stuff and clear out. Just like that? No reason, nothing? Apparently our lovely landlady threw in the towel and decided to sell up. Place is gonna get knocked down is what I heard. What a day. First Ed drops a bombshell. Then I hear this place is being sold. And now we're broke. Hey guys! There's a voice coming from the stairs. Looks like someone's coming down. Hey! Hey, Tony! Betty, how are you doing? You're looking your usual fine self. Always a gentleman. Hello, Mr. Hyde. Is everything okay? Her name's Betty Meyer. Rents room 203 and sells trinkets in a little accessory shop nearby. Always polite to everyone. Can't say I'm her biggest fan though. What did Betty do to you? So, what are you guys talking about? Get this. Senor Hyde here didn't know about the big eviction. Really? I thought everyone knew. Except me, apparently. Tony was just filling me in. Hyde being less informed than me, you couldn't make this stuff up. Claims he never even saw the letter. Would have just gone about his normal routine if I hadn't broken the news. No way. How could you not know? That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's right. Laugh it up. I'm sorry, but you have to admit it's like pretty ironic. Now that I think about it, it kind of fits in nicely with that personality. My personality? Type B, Mr. Hyde. Always so focused, but then again, we all have our quirks. Enough of the character profiling, Doc. They always act like we're sharing a college dorm or something. The truth is, we barely even know each other around here. Hey Betty, you got a place lined up for after you move out? What do you mean? You know, like somewhere to stay? Oh yeah, I'm all set. The lease is signed and sealed, in fact. I'll be out of here next week. Wasting no time, eh? So where are you gonna be living from now on? Why'd you keep it all to yourself? We're buddies, aren't we? Now, Tony. If I go giving away my new digs, I have a funny feeling I'm gonna find you lurking around in the shadows. Me? Lurking? Don't take it personally, but this is one thing I think I'll keep for my real friends. Okay, I get it, Betty. But hey, our friendship's just blossoming. If we work at it, it could become a real thing of beauty. What do you say? We could chat over a latte, catch up on old times, you know, all the stuff. Dream on, Tony. Anyway, I gotta dash. Don't want to be late for my date. Catch you guys later. I'm dead. Damn, it looks like I blew my chances. You think? She's got no idea the heartache she causes. Just casts me aside like I'm not even there. Face it, Tony, you don't exactly exude charisma. Yeah, thanks for that, friend. Way to kick a man when he's down, right? Sometimes I wonder when I'm gonna get myself out of this rut. Can't even drown my sorrows in a bottle without any cash. I don't know, maybe I'll just go for a stroll, take in the night air. Later, man. Yeah. Everyone in this apartment hates each other. Honestly, that's just like how it goes. I feel like it was exactly like this in the other hotel. A door in the lobby opens and someone comes out. Is that Patrice? Hello, Mr. Hyde. May I have a word? Miss Patrice. I love the animation so much. Her name's Margaret Patrice, owner of Cape West Apartments, and lives here on the first floor. I would hate to live on the first floor. Took over when this place was a rundown hotel and fixed it up to apartments. To the locals, she's known as Mags. Oh, you know what? I could have sworn I heard Mr. Wolf's voice a moment ago. He was here, you just missed him. He was ranting about needing some fresh air. Oh, is that so? What a shame. What? Inquire? Hey. What do you mean? What's a shame? What's a shame? It's not like he's busy 24/7. Isn't he always skulking around? Not as much as you seem to think. In fact, Mr. Wolf's being quite elusive these days. I really do need to discuss a pressing matter with him right away. What could be so pressing, What is it that's so pressing? Do you need to ask Tony something? Well, yes, I do. It's a fairly important thing, too. Important? It's about his rent. Let me guess, he's come up short? Quite. This month marks the 4th in a row he hasn't settled his bill. I was gonna ask him to clear his slate today. Typical Tony, squirming your way out of another financial situation. Looks like you got a problem there. Yeah, I'd hoped he'd be a little more forthcoming. After all, the rest of the tenants are such nice people. It's just Mr. Wolf, really. I suppose there's always one, though. Trouble does tend to follow him around. Actually, while I have you here, Mr. Hyde, there's a small matter of your rent, too. About that? Yeah, about that. I'll expect $400 in total from you then, Mr. Hyde. If you can make sure it reaches me by the weekend, that would be perfect. Got it, by the weekend. There's one other tiny matter, Mr. Hyde. Another one? Yeah, concerning your mailbox. I know you're a busy man, but if you could spare a couple of minutes, remove some of the clutter, that'd be most appreciated. I always check when I pass, and room 202's mailbox is practically overflowing. Oh, roger that. I'll take a look. Much obliged, Mr. Hyde. Well, I think that's my cue to go. Before you go, mind if I ask you something? What is it? Why did you decide to sell this place all of a sudden? I had a feeling you'd ask. Originally, I had no intention of giving this place up. But you know, sometimes unexpected things happen, and, well, it's complicated. Complicated, you say? Well, in what way? I fucking love I love how nosy Hyde is. Like, he talks about everyone else being so annoying, but like, Hyde, you are the most nosy, annoying person in the world, and I love that for you. How is the situation complicated? Were you against selling the apartments? It really is quite complicated. I'd rather not discuss it. Why not? I don't think that's any of your concern, Mr. Hyde. I'd be grateful if you could refrain from asking again. What do you mean? I've got to ask. What could be so sensitive? Mr. Hyde, perhaps I wasn't making myself clear. It really is quite complicated, and I'd rather not discuss it. I see. And what makes you think I'm happy to share my secrets with you, Mr. Hyde? Shut down. If there's a game series I'd really love to get a revival, it would be this one. They'd have to tweak it a bit for it to not be 2 screens. I think they definitely could. I mean, like, the way I'm playing it right now is definitely on one screen, so I could see it working. They just have to, like, obviously sort through the puzzles. Wait, what was that Mag said? It really is quite complicated. What makes you think I'd be happy to share my secrets with you? Maybe she's upset at me for pushing her about why she's selling up. I better go apologize. Can I bother you for a moment? What is it? I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry about before. I wasn't out to upset you or anything. Oh? You said you weren't happy to share your reasons, but I still let my curiosity get the better of me. Well, Mr. Hyde, that's very gallant of you to say. I could have been more polite too. It's not easy for a widow like me to take care of a place like this, you know. I can trust you to understand that, can I? Yeah. Truth be told, my dad died and left my mom a widow too. I'm sorry to hear that. So your situation's not exactly alien to me. It's nice to know that there are still some understanding people out there. I love how sometimes these interactions go from, and you know what, Mr. Hyde, I'm gonna just like never speak to you again. And you know what? I hope you stub your toe. And also I hope all your sheets are unwashed and dirty and gross. And then he says something, he's like, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. And then they just have a complete 180. It's nice to know there are still some understanding people out there. I notice there's a lot of demolition around these parts lately. Your predicament wouldn't happen to be anything to do with that, would it? Well, I can't say they haven't been hassling me a little. But that's not the main reason. Oh? He's so obviously flawed and hypocritical, it makes him interesting, for sure. I think that's what I like about him, because I don't really like the gruff man noir detective archetype that much. Unless they kind of get a bit more interesting with it. Like, when they make him kind of, like, obviously flawed, and it's like, this is not, like he's being kind of stupid a lot of this time, you know? It makes him more endearing. You're saying there's a cast iron reason behind this? I'm not gonna comment on that. But I don't think you should be prying either. Please don't pay it any mind. Right. I'm sorry things have turned out this way, Mr. Hyde. I really am. I think it's time for me to be on my way, too. Max heads back into her room. $400 by the weekend. That's a tall order. I better make a note of that in my notebook. Kyle, do you not have any savings? It's like petty flawed rather than being straight up asshole. Absolutely. I like that he's not like, okay, there are some detective characters, like, I'm gonna go with, they're not letting me go downstairs. I'm gonna go with Blade Runner for this because that was the last one I remember watching where he just like pissed me off, where I was just like, I do not like this man. Because like he'll say and do really awful things and I feel like no one ever calls him out for it. With Kyle, I feel like he's just like petty bad, you know, like he's just kind of like a very petty man rather than like being an actual straight up asshole, you know. Hey, we still have 11 hours left for the stream. I know. Oh my god, there's still so much more to go. It's definitely not gonna end in like 3 hours or anything, for sure. I'm definitely not keeping this to just 3 hours, for sure. She's right, I suppose. It's about time I bit the bullet and checked my mailbox. They're like, go upstairs. Bit the bullet and check my... where the fuck is my mailbox? Oh. Right, of course. In the mailroom, which is in the lobby. That's gotta be it. Full of mail. Suppose I better take a look at some of it. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Damn, can't remember the combination. I think I got it written down, though. Not exactly secure, but any thief out there is welcome to my bills. Kyle. 771. I don't understand how these locks work. Oh! Okay, so they work like that. Oh my god, Hyde. Guys, there's a blizzard going on out there. Been a long time since I saw this much mail jammed in there. Now to find the one from Mags. Not the mail sorting puzzle. Here we are. I picked up the eviction notice among the mail. My dear tenants, after much deliberation, I've chosen to sell this property. The new owner plans to have the building demolished, so it's my unfortunate duty to inform you you need to vacate at your earliest convenience. Further information will be posted on the notice boards. December 10th. This thing arrived about a week ago. Don't they still have to give like a month's notice at least? I guess it depends on like the tenancy stuff. There's a small white envelope. Thought so. From the credit card company. They want me to sign up for more plastic. Bad news. Oh, it's my phone bill. No point opening. I rarely use that thing. A brown envelope lying on the floor. Nothing special, just an advert for TV shopping. What's this? It looks like it might not be entirely useless. A flyer? Well, well, well. Can I leave? Whoa, whoa, I just got back. What I need now is my room. Ain't gonna calm any nerves out in the big neon open. Someone's coming down the stairs. Hey, who's there? Why are we... What's this guy doing with a hammer? Hey, you. What? What are you doing there? Me? What am I? I was just wandering around and thinking a few things. Thinking? You serious? Kyle! Yeah, is that a crime now, or? I suppose a hammer helps you concentrate, right? You gotta tell me what you're really up to. This? I use it to fix the place up. Fix the place up? That's right. I was checking the hallways and doors and making sure it's all shipshape. Dylan. Oh my god, Dylan? This guy goes by the name Dylan Fitcher. Lives in room 304. He's a plumber and general handyman. Got a glum look about him. Wouldn't make a very good clown at a kid's party. No, he certainly wouldn't. How come you get lumped with the building repairs? Dunno, maybe Mrs. Patrice asked me if I wouldn't mind. Mrs. Patrice? Yeah. She must have noticed I got all the tools already. I got a hammer, a spanner, everything I need to fix the plumbing. So that's why she asked you? It must be convenient to have a free handyman. I guess so. Guess I'm the only one who didn't know you took care of all this. Could be, you're the only one who's ever quizzed me like this. Yeah, well, can't be too careful. Why are you even fixing this place up anyway? It's gonna be torn down, right? Sounds like a big fat waste of time to me. Mrs. Patrice was very clear. She told me to keep the place in good order, right up until the last day when the deeds change hands. Interesting. Anyway, I gotta rush. Dylan takes off. Suspicious. Bench was broken for quite a while. There used to be a sign saying not to sit. It was only repaired pretty recently. I didn't even notice. It's kind of strange that she is like fixing this place up so much, considering. Not hammering out new ideas. It's locked. I'm not gonna force my way in. Buzz off. Oh, it said 202, so she's... Wait, 202 is... Was that her place or was that Tony's? Waiting for me to let myself in? Okay, this is my door. A letter? What the? I pick it up and take a look. What the hell is this? No name, nothing. Looks like I got an anonymous letter. Fun. Damn, gotta be out of this place in the month. Didn't see that one coming, did you, Kyle? Oh. My trusty case has certainly seen its fair share of action. Feels like I've been dragging that thing around all my life. I inherited it from my old man after he died. Started putting it to good use after quitting the force and working for Ed. Since then, we've pretty much gone everywhere together. I dropped my jacket on the sofa. Oh, right. I should take another look at that letter. A type letter reading, item, locate the Scarlet Star which disappeared at Hotel Cape West 25 years ago. An order? What kind of order is this? Getting an order directly from a client never happens. That's gotta be some kind of joke. Is that the phone? That's weird. What is this bed layout? I'm trying hard to get my bearings. You have to hook up you had to hook up an answering phone? Wow. Hey Kyle, it's me. Looks like you're not home yet. Voice of a nightingale. That's our Rachel. You really pushed Ed off the deep end this time. What are you gonna do? Don't get blind drunk and do something stupid, okay? I'll call again in the morning. Damn. Looks like Ed wasn't just letting off steam this time. Voice of a man I don't recognize? Kyle Hyde. Who the hell is that? I have an order for you. The request has been taken directly to your room. Beep. What did he say? The request is brought directly to my room? I knew there was something not quite right about that letter. I'd better take another look. The idea of him nodding to himself is so funny. What is this? It's a piggy bank shaped like Pinky Rabbit. Or Pinky Bank. My beloved Pinky Bank. There's a coin slot on the back of its head. This pink rabbit was the main character in a cartoon I watched as a kid. The piggy bank was given to me by Mila, a girl I met at Hotel Dusk! Mila! Guess it doesn't really go with the rest of my crap. Tut tut tut. Are we gonna find out if they're okay or not? I like suits. They're comfy and easy to wear. Damn, he's got like no suits. No other clothes except suits. No water in the tub. No reason there should be. A man needs his privacy. Shampoo and conditioner. That's right, I condition. I'm so proud of you. A sponge next to the bucket on the floor? Oh, okay. I guess he sponge cleans the entire bathroom. You know what? I won't judge you for the toilet being a bit dirty. That's okay. That's fine. Wait, you've got a sink and another sink. Wait, what? You've got a sink here and another sink there, and there's no sink in the bathroom? I'm so confused. I mean, it's not that weird, to be honest. It kind of makes sense to separate it so it's cleaner, but so strange. Especially considering you just have a sink. I don't know. I guess you don't want to, you kind of want to separate the doing your face versus cooking food. How we looking today, Kyle? Damn, I could do with a shave. I'm looking pretty rough. What do you got in the fridge? Lemons? I don't even recall buying lemons. The apples may be nutritious, but I don't think they can constitute a meal. Pickle? Jar of pickles is the only thing in my refrigerator that isn't starting to rot. Can't get enough of these when I have had a couple of beers. Kyle. Sauces and seasonings. I'm out of mayonnaise, though. It's fair. You keep that in the fridge anyway. Good old-fashioned frying pan. I'll have mine sunny side up, please. That's where my kettle is. Bottle of sauce. Not sure why I left it down there. This is kind of like how my kitchen is set up, to be honest. Should sort these drawers out sometime. They're just full of disorganized crap. Yeah, that's kind of how mine is. Stove with a large oven. Haven't used it in a while. I cook more often, but Sydney's hamburgers are just so tasty. Kyle! My coffee pot's on the stove. A cup of joe always wakes me up. Distinctly dirty looking mug in the sink. All my dishes and cups are in this cupboard. Probably other stuff too. I never open these cupboards. They're full of crockery and note that I have no real use for. What do you mean? There's a locked cupboard? And you don't know what's in there? Wait, is this a record player? My record player is on top of the cabinet. Of course. Yup, my record player. Old but reliable. That's something gonna come into play. Inside is a load of money. Oh, I guess we don't put all of our money in the other one. Red Crown catalog. Screwdriver. Kyle, you gotta take it with you. Spare key for my room. Lucky's Cafe matchbooks. I feel like you should give your spare key to the landlady, right? In case you get locked out or lose your key. Some letters piled up at the back of the drawer. Yeah, this is how mine looks like too. Old amp in the cabinet. Below that, record collection. I mostly have jazz LPs and hard bops from the 1950s. All pretty well known. Landlady has a master key. I guess so. I guess if he ever like has someone over. They're all pretty old and I haven't kept the sleeves in great condition. You know what? Me neither. I love every one of these records. And a radio. I think I'll put some tunes on. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I don't just keep listening to it. Guy playing the sax. Is it anyone important? Guy on the post is playing the alto sax. This guy's my favorite musician. I really admire him. Oh. No name though. It adds the atmosphere. Kyle also appreciates good mood lighting. The radio in this area doesn't have any of those sort of low signal stations with people mumbly talking in a way that sounds just slightly ominous and uncomfortable. No, apparently not. Also, I found out that Radio Garden, the app that I like to use to listen to radios from like around the world, doesn't let us listen to radios outside of the UK anymore because of like legal stuff. Which is very sad. Like, why would I use it if I can't listen to radios outside of the UK? That's kind of the point. I should clear away these empty bottles of booze. You should, but we're not going to do that now, I guess. Kyle. Actually, I do that with soda cans. Locate the Scarlet Star, which disappeared at Hotel Cape West 25 years ago. Need to find out what the Scarlet Star is. Actually, come to think of it, is that even a genuine order? Well, one thing's for sure. This was a hotel 13 years ago. Why is something from that long ago appearing on an order? Moreover, what the hell is a Scarlet Star? I don't know. Ooh, is this gonna be like a everything happens overnight kind of thing? As the night drags on, the fatigue drags me to my bed. Oh, maybe not. Not exactly a sound night's rest. Can't recall how many times I woke up. I just can't seem to fall asleep into one of those deep slumbers. 4 years after quitting the force and leaving Manhattan, I ended up working for Ed. He knew all about my past, but still gave me work. Ed introduced me to the world of locating things that didn't want to be found. This special service isn't publicized, but it's proved to be quite a flourishing business. Now Ed's canned me, it's all come to an end. Then this. Why'd such a bizarre order make its way directly to me? These kind of things normally go through Ed first. Does that mean his little side business isn't as secret as he thinks? Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain why I've been roped into this. I realize I'm not gonna get to sleep and stop trying. I slip out of bed and head to the window and open the blinds. As I lean on the glass, I take the view that stretches out before me. Damn. I should be looking right at the old LA night I know so well. But tonight, something feels slightly different. As I idly stare through the glass at what's beyond, my mind wanders back to that day's events. December 18th, 1980. Ed gave me my marching orders and I dragged myself home. There was someone waiting in the lobby when I got there. That's when I ran into Tony. Right. I met Tony right after I got in the door. He was the one who dropped the bombshell about the apartments closing. After Tony and I went our separate ways, I got into a conversation with Max. Curiosity got the better of me, and I asked why she decided to sell the place. The reason she gave was, it's complicated. The mailbox was too full. I can't deal with it anymore. That's right. Max is feeling the strain of running the place alone and decided to sell. She also mentioned another reason for selling, but won't elaborate. After that, I checked my mailbox as agreed and went up to my room. I opened the door, just like any other night, and I went inside. But there were a couple of messages waiting for me on my answer phone. The second one caught my attention. It was from a guy I didn't recognize. Exactly. The voice I heard wasn't one I recognized. He told me that he'd left me an order to locate something for him. I'd normally get this kind of thing from Ed, but this time it came directly to me. It didn't exactly instill the most positive of feelings inside me. I waited in my apartment, mulling over my next step. But I had an uneasy feeling and couldn't seem to shake it. At that point, I didn't have any clue about the bigger picture. The Scarlet Star, something lost at Hotel Cape West some 25 years ago. Why did that order sheet come directly to me? And how does that all connect to the past? I'm worried this search might set me on a path to something I might not want to know. Ooh. You can narrate the events of this chapter. Oh, it's just like in Hotel Dusk. Let's save. A ring? The alarm in my cramped apartment starts to beep. Oh, come on. Can't you let me get a little more shut-eye? Every morning I have to fight the temptation to get a gun and shoot the damn thing. Guess the only way to stop that damn beeping is to get up and hit it myself. Okay, I get it. I lift my weary head from the pillow and open my tired eyes. On the table beside my bed is that damn alarm clock. Oh, do I need to... Smack. "8 o'clock already. If I still had my job, that would be my cue to get up. Guess I don't need to worry about that kind of thing anymore, though." I throw my head back down and fall asleep. Kyle. Great. Now the phone's ringing. I reach out from my bed and grab the receiver. Yeah. From your voice, it sounds like you're still in bed. Is that Rachel? Who's this? Jeannie? It's me, Kyle. Oh, Kyle, you don't remember your mother's voice after only half a year? Mother! Mom? So it's my mom, Jeannie. She had a tough time after my old man passed away, had to raise me on her own. Now she lives by herself in New Jersey, working as a nurse. If you don't drag yourself out of bed soon, you'll be late for work, you know? I'm taking today off. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have saved this call for another time and let you rest. Don't sweat it. I was planning on getting up anyway. Why are you calling me this early? Is something up? Well, actually there is. It's been on my mind since last night. I got a call from someone calling himself Rex Foster. Rex Foster? He said he wanted to ask me a couple of questions. He was keen to know if I was the mother of Kyle Hyde, ex-New York detective. When I told him I was, he continued with something that caught me off guard. He asked whether you were still searching for Brian Bradley or not. What did you tell him? I said I didn't know. That's all he wanted to know. In fact, once I answered that question, he hung up. I need to know, though, are you still looking for Bradley, Kyle? That's ancient history. I'm done looking for Bradley. Brian Bradley, my partner from back when I was a cop in New York. 4 years ago, he was working undercover. Turned out he was on the take. He was a good friend. After I put a bullet in him, I quit the force. That's probably for the best. Yeah, maybe. Who is this Rex Foster anyway? Can't say the name rings a bell. And Mom, if you get any more calls from strangers asking questions, I know what you're gonna say, but I thought he might be a friend. He's not, I told you. I don't know the guy. Also, I don't have friends. I don't know anyone who'd call my mom to snoop around for info. I understand. Glad to hear it. Anyway, I gotta go, Mom. Kyle, wait! What now? How are things with Ed? About that. Ed, boss of Red Crown, he and my old man were buddies in a sense. They both drank at the same bar, got to talking a lot. It's been 25 years since the incident in the downtown parking lot. 25 years? When an officer on patrol came across my dad's body, it was Ed, a member of the Los Angeles police force at the time, that found him. Whoa. When you said to me you were gonna work for Ed, Kyle, I couldn't work it out. You're just not the salesman type. I worried about you, even now. I'm your mother, it's in the job description. Look, Mom. I'm 34 years old. I think it's about time you eased up on worrying a bit. Why did I think he was in his 40s? You're probably right. It's just, You're the same age your father was when he died. What the fuck? Damn, he died young. No, you're right. I worry too much. I'll let you go now, Kyle. Have a nice day off and look after yourself. I was awake after that chat I had with Mum. Gave up trying to get back to sleep and dragged myself out of bed. Guess I was still in work mode. No late sleeping for me. I make my way to the sink and turn on the tap. I splash cold water on my face and giving my senses a sharp wake-up call. Feeling a lot more alert, I put up some clothes and get dressed. I still feel that strange lack of focus and I can't quite get my head together. There isn't anything I feel like doing right now. Before I know it, I find myself slumped on the sofa. You don't even have any casual clothes? You're not working today. I slowly begin to gain a little bit of clarity as I sit there, but there's something about hearing my mom's voice after all that time. That and the fact that I'm blankly staring at my worn out wallpaper in my room. She just likes it too much. Sends me plunging back through my thoughts to a point somewhere in the past. I start reminiscing about Los Angeles, the place I was born and raised. Then about my dad, Chris Hyde. He was a man with little to say, so into his work that he was rarely home. My mom was working as a nurse back then too. I'd come home from school each day only to be greeted by an empty apartment. I was 9 years old when my dad died. 3 days after he left for a job. He wound up dead in a parking lot somewhere downtown. No, Kyle. I recall Mom crying for a solid week after it happened. After she managed to get her feelings together, she packed our stuff, then took us off to start a new life in Manhattan. Why did my dad have to die like that? Who wanted him dead, and why did we have to leave town? I had all these questions going around my head, but Mom wasn't talking. "7 years into our new life in Manhattan, when I was 16 years old, Mom decided to start talking to me about Dad. She chose this time to reveal something I didn't know about my dad. She told me that he used to be a safecracker. Oh. He'd reached the point where he wanted to wash his hands of it. After he left home to do his lost job, he never returned. His death was unexplained, and the case remains unsolved to that day. 6 short years from then, I became a detective. Oh, at 21. Wait, 22. I still remember the words my mom said to me on that day about my old man. She said, "Now I'm a detective. I can uncover the truth about his death." Why would you say that? I took her words lightly. After all, I knew about being in that line of work. I knew about getting to the bottom of mystery surrounding a man's death. Could lead to truths that relatives of the deceased wouldn't want to hear. Even with the tools I had at my disposal, I wasn't willing to dig. I quit the job and I still didn't know the truth. I return from my trance-like state, draw a long breath, and stand up from the sofa. Just me and my thoughts. Oh, Kyle. When I work related business, just list of what I have in stock and how much of it. Can't even read some of them. Full of crap Ed gave me to sell. Oh right, you actually do sell stuff. What the fuck? A doorknob with a lock. Selling doorknobs door to door? Is this Ed's idea of a joke? A tin of wax. This thing will make anything shine like the sun, apparently. Super strength adhesive. quick drying and made to work on plastic and glass. Better keep it away from me. We could use these. Ruler set with a ruler, protractor, and a couple of triangles. Solar calculator. Store sunlight, uses it to power the calculator or something. Not cheap. And then like solar calculators became like the normal thing. A snow globe? You shake it and it looks like snow's falling on the little house inside. It says that seasonal items sell the best. Yeah, in season probably. I guess it is December. Security lock. Twice as good as any lock. Put it on your door and see. Pocket camera. It's portable and easy to use. Wish I could afford one. I don't think we're allowed to use these. I think we would have to buy them to use it. Concentrated detergent. Removes any stain, any sign of dirt or stains. Why do I need bleach if I have this? And bleach! Gets rid of stubborn stains in an instant. Not to be used in colors or patterns. So it's useful in white stuff. Great. Why does it stink of strawberries? Smelly bleach? Weird. And then just a pen. A pen that writes in invisible ink. Whatever you write down disappears. And how do you make it appear? Usually with like a UV light or fire. Because I'm pretty sure we had one of these things to sell and we just ended up using it. A fountain pen. Can't go wrong with this one. Much easier to write than a ballpoint. Really? You can tell I've been using this wallet for years. Spare boxers. Left these behind last year when I was out doing a side job for Ed. It wasn't pretty. Never forgotten to bring them since. What? Trusty old hip flask. Pity there isn't a drop left inside. Spare pair of socks. Spare tie. Spare shirt, just in case. He doesn't understand the power of a uni jet stream, and it shows. Oh, what? It's a phone again. I do kind of miss having a physical phone. Like, you know, like a landline. Hey there? With the receiver pressed against my ear, hear a familiar voice. Rachel? Rachel. Hi, Rachel. How are you doing, handsome? I've been better. Sure you have. Things could be a lot worse, though. For someone who lost their job yesterday, you sound okay at least. I'm not exactly full of sunshine and happiness, you know. Haha, same old Hyde. Always got something on your mind. I mean, we're fired, so I feel like we got reason to be a little bit perturbed. Ed around? He just stepped out 5 minutes ago. I had one for a while because I felt that way, but my home phone line apparently is on a bunch of spam call lists, so I removed it. I think the thing that you have to do is you have to tell them like to just remove you from the list, and they have to. You said anything about me? Yeah, you've come up in conversation. He said that if you call, not to bother letting him know. Damn, sounds like he's really blown a gasket this time. And then some. Can you blame him, though? Some people might say he made the right choice. 3 days after leaving on a job and not a single phone call to check in. You didn't even have to show up at the place you were supposed to be heading to. Maybe I did kind of have it coming. Still, even given the circumstances, why'd he choose now to fire you? I mean, it's not like it's the first time you've slacked off on a job. Did something happen between you two? Could have been because I told him I don't want to do this kind of work anymore. That would do it. Lined myself up for a bullet there, I suppose. Do you know when he'll be back? There's something he and I need to discuss. He'll be back a bit after lunchtime. Said he's gonna listen to the election candidate speeches. That's definitely gonna be relevant. Really? Doesn't sound like the Ed I know. He's always raging about how much he hates politics. He mentioned that one of the people running for mayor is his ex-boss. A guy called Hugh Speck. The whole thing's gonna be televised too. It'll be on at 9. Right. Well, as soon as he gets back, get me on the phone. Oh, one more thing. You had a phone call earlier. Someone going by the name of Rex Foster. Ring any bells? What? I just said you were on holiday and hung up. Is he a friend of yours? Definitely not. The same guy called my mum last night, too. Your mum? What did he want? That's what I want to find out. Seems he already knew I used to be a detective, though. Rachel, can you do me a favor? If he calls again, let me know. Gotcha. I'll be in touch when Ed gets back. Keep your pager on, okay? Roger that. I don't envy Rachel. She's Ed's PA, but also struggles to keep me and Ed civil. Come to think of it, she's the only woman I'm happy to be totally open with. Kyle. I reach into my pocket and switch on my pager. Rex Foster. Why is this guy keeping tabs on me? It's giving Jake Hunter with Julia. But I think it's because Julia would literally stab him if he did anything bad. 9 o'clock already. That's when Rachel said they'd start showing the speeches on the news. I guess if Ed's made the effort to drag himself along to listen, I might as well switch on the TV and give it a try. Got nothing better to do. I'm really just gonna sit and watch TV. Pinky Rabbit! There's an old cartoon on. Pinky Rabbit, huh? That takes me back. I used to love this guy. Turn it up. Turn it up. Hugh Speck, the most prominent candidate in the election, will be giving his campaign speech momentarily. And 5 News here is here with live coverage of that speech. Stay tuned. Answering the cheers from the crowd, Hugh Speck takes the podium. Speck is a retired LAPD officer. Ooh. Making mental note how uncomfortable it is to have the same person call and ask about you in 2 places. Definitely. Even now working to stamp out petty and organized crime in the city. Today at 4 p.m., 5 will be airing an exclusive look at the man himself. Don't forget to tune in. This is Robert Harrison for 5 News signing off. That was quick. Hugh Speck, an ex-cop and also Ed's old boss. Trying to become mayor now. Ambitious guy. Looks like he's got a special TV slot at 4 o'clock. Think I'll check it out. Well. Someone buzzes my room. Who's there? Tony, is that you? Cool, you're still here. Great, what do you want? You know what time it is, right? Trust me, I wouldn't be here if it weren't important. It's always important with you. Go on, spill it. I need your help, like really need your help. I'm not in the mood for any trouble. I'm not in the mood for any trouble. Last thing I need right now is to be roped into one of your problems. Oh, come on, man. We're friends, aren't we? That pissed him off. You know, you're the only guy who can help me out with stuff like this. Pretty please, at least hear me out before slamming the door in my face. Why do you think I'll help you out? Okay, give me the gist. Thanks, bro. I knew you'd come to my rescue. I keep saying how there's a decent guy behind all that anger. What's got you all worked up like this? It's real bad, man. I mean, really bad. Like, worse than really bad. What could be that bad? Come on, Tony. What did you do this time? Yeah, that's right. Take one look at me and send me downtown. I'm innocent. Can't you tell me how long I've tried telling her? She thinks I've snatched her ring. Keeps screaming it over and over. Ring? Who thinks you've stolen their ring? Mari, that's who. She's made up her mind and won't listen to reason. Oh, the ring at the start of this chapter. Mari? You know, the chick living in room 206? She's a blonde who's moved in around half a year back. The stuck-up one, right? So we're clear. Anyway, Mari lost her ring somewhere and now she's accusing me. I'm drawing a total blank. Why does Mari think it was you? I love his like I love his neutral expression. That's right, I didn't do nothing. Why does Mari think it was you who took her ring? Search me. She's gotta have a reason though. I mean, like, she's not imagining it, right? I got no idea what she's thinking. I told you, it doesn't make any sense to me. Did you try asking her why she thinks it was you? Yeah. She just came out of nowhere and barged into my room, demanding I return her precious ring. She doesn't even let me speak. So you didn't do anything that could have led her to suspect it was you? I don't know. I mean, I can't remember. I see. I don't know what she's on. Chick must be crazy or something. I'll give you the benefit of doubt, Tony. Just this once. I need you to promise you really didn't take that ring. Why the hell would I even touch her stupid ring? I may be many things, but I'm not some kind of guy who steals people's stuff. Yeah, I guess you're not. Now I think about it, you're not the sort who'd grab a person's wallet. Damn right. Glad you finally realized, man, I'm not a thief. That's why I need you to get in there and convince her of the same. I like that he came to... These two hate each other, but I like how the first person he came to was Kyle. Like, what kind of relationship do they have? She's bound to listen to you. I don't have a chance in hell on my own. Yeah, well, let's hope you're right. Is that her? Oh! Tony looks like a Yakuza character. He's got that kind of long hair look, yeah. I could definitely see him in Yakuza or Judgment. I'd love to see an art book or documentary for this game to see how they did the art and animations. The expressions and the way they move looks traced out from a video. I'm pretty sure it's rotoscoped, isn't it? Come on, Hyde. Go and tell her, man. Tell her I'm not a thief. Oh boy. Here we go. You got a moment? Maybe. What do you want? Looks like you and Tony have some kind of disagreement. You could say that. Her name's Mari Rivet. She moved in 206 about half a year ago. I don't know the first thing about her. Can you tell me what happened? My ring's been stolen, that's what. It was that guy from room 201. He did it. Why are you so convinced, though? Why are you so convinced it was him? Simple. He was the only person around when it went missing. He stole it right out of my room. How can you be so sure? He must have taken it this morning when I went to the vending machine in the lobby. I planned on going straight back to my room, so I left the door unlocked. That's all you've got going on? Not quite. I passed him on the stairs on my way down. He was heading up to the second floor. I think he seized that opportunity to snoop around in my room and snatched my ring while I was away. So that's why you think it was him? Exactly. Seriously, that's the only reason you think it was him? It's got to be. I'm sure of it. After all, he was the only person around, and when he went past my room and saw the door was unlocked, he what? Well, it's no secret that he's short of cash. I'm sure he's no stranger to taking other people's stuff either. No stranger? What the hell? So, getting too close to the truth, am I? Don't play the innocent with me. I've seen you borrowing money from other people in the building. I don't have to listen to this crap. Take it easy, Tony. Waving your fists around ain't gonna help your case. Yeah, I know, man. Mr. Hyde, I don't know why he's decided to involve you in this, but all I want from him is to return my ring. When exactly did a ring go missing? I'd say about an hour ago. When I got back from the lobby, my door was open. This was unusual, but I headed inside and soon noticed my ring was gone. It wasn't in the same place I remember leaving it. I knew what happened immediately. He stole it. Girl, this is the craziest logic. What kind of ring was stolen? A diamond one. It was a 3-carat diamond ring with rubies on it. 3-carat diamond ring with rubies? There's a lot going on there. Sounds like it came with quite a price tag. It's a very important ring to me. I got it as a present from someone special. Why did you leave the ring? Where? Inside my room, of course. Though I don't see why I should share that sort of thing with you. Do you see now, Mr. Hyde? Do you understand why I think he stole my ring? It's not that I don't understand what you're saying, Marie. But Tony's telling me a different story. He swears he didn't take it. You tell her, Hyde! That's what I've been saying from the start. What would I want with that stupid ring anyway? How can you be sure it wasn't taken by someone who snuck into the building? After all, anyone can be. They can just wander in here. There's some weird people about. Like last night when I saw this suspicious lady in sunglasses going out the door. And who the hell was that, right? You saw her too, right, Hyde? Yeah, I saw her. Well, I'm not convinced. It goes without saying. There are suspicious people around. But if you ask me, you're the most suspicious one of the lot. Will you just drop it already? Get your hands off me! Tony! Tony! Swear to God! Huh?
Can you people please keep the noise down? What's all this shouting in aid of anyway?
Betty! You gotta hear me out. It's Mari. She keeps saying this weird crap about me.
Yeah, she thinks he's stolen her ring, right? And keep your voice down unless you want the entire block to hear you.
I'm being set up. What would I want with her lousy ring?
Mari? Yes. About that ring you say was stolen from you. It's that diamond one you always wear, right?
Yes, that's right. So you seen this ring before, Betty?
Yeah, I seen it. I don't know if the diamond's a real one or not, though. Of course it's real. I hate to say it, but I think you're pointing the finger at the wrong person, Mari.
So it's settled. You do believe me after all.
Slow down there, I never said that.
But
I just think your version of the events is more believable than hers. What did you say? Mari, this ain't the first time this kind of thing's happened, is it? I don't know what you mean. Come on, think back. It was when you first moved into the building. You were ranting about some of your stuff being missing then too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you blame the whole thing on Billy from 205? In the end though, it turned out that moving company just messed up. Oh, Mari. What I'm trying to say is, before you go blaming Tony, why don't you try searching your apartment again? If you really want to continue this ruckus, do it somewhere else. I can't even hear myself think with all the shouting outside my door.
Betty! After having her say, Betty retreats to her room. Mari, I'm not saying I believe Betty, but anyone can make a mistake, you know.
And just what are you implying, Mr. Hyde?
Why don't we call the cops? Check your room again. You should check your room again. You could get lucky and find your ring there.
I've already checked everywhere. I told you it's not there.
I hear you, but what's the harm of having one last look?
Okay. Maybe we could take a look around my room one more time. But if I'm right, the ring doesn't show up. What are we gonna do then?
I don't know, maybe take a look around Tony's room. You don't have a problem with that, do you, Tony? Guess I don't.
Then it's settled. But I have one condition, Mr. Hyde. You have to check my room.
Me?
Yes. You and Mr. Wolf seem to be friends and you think he's innocent, so you need to be the one to check the room before you take me seriously. Then we'll see who's telling the truth.
Well, I think Kyle should check both of their rooms technically, because like, if she had the ring, then she could just drop it in his room. And if Tony has the ring, he could just drop it back in her room. So it definitely should be Kyle regardless.
I'll wait for you in my room.
Easy peasy. So this is Mari's room. Damn, it's a lot nicer than ours. I guess it's apartment, so she decorated it, but damn.
Please come in, Mr. Hyde. Search as much as you'd like, but I doubt you'll find anything.
Don't be so sure. I can be pretty thorough. Before I get started, though, I'm curious about something. Can you tell me where you left the ring this morning?
Certainly. I put it on the table just in front of my sofa. I remember clearly putting it there. It's not there now, though.
Remember clearly, huh? You normally wear the ring, Mari?
Yes. But I do take it off and place it on my bedside table before going to bed.
Any other times you take it off?
Well, yes. When I wash my face, or if I'm cleaning dishes in the kitchen. Also, I usually take it off when I'm putting on my makeup.
I see. Okay, let's check the sink. First and foremost. Free of any and all debris, including rings. It's my face. Good to know I'm not a vampire.
I'd rather you didn't go snooping in the bathroom. I never even take my ring in there.
Just checking all the possibilities. Don't get the wrong idea. Oops. Someone likes looking at herself because she has to do her makeup. She has a lot of different kinds of makeup. I'm probably skincare. Oh, are we not gonna look there? Young gentleman flashing a charming smile. Young woman. The priorities. Must have been a while since she heated up the water. But it's morning. Looks like a cake. Serial robberies at jewelers. Due to the recent spate of robberies targeting expensive jewelry, the Los Angeles Police Department has requested all parties who may be targeted tighten their security. LAPD is aiming to apprehend these criminals as soon as possible. According to a source in that department, they currently have no leads to work from. Huh. Interesting. Now what does this have to do with us? Bet she only sits on this one. Could the jewel be here? There's coffee, but it's pretty cold. Box of cookies. They look pretty tempting. I wouldn't refuse one if she offered. That's a nice, like, setup, I think. The window and the... Kyle, you really need to do better about your apartment. If you sit on it, you just sink down into the wood. Oof. Ouch. Can't say I'm a striped sort of guy. Very important information. Sewing box. Pink thread in the sewing box. Not my color. I don't know. Elaborate floral pattern engraved on it. Kyle peeking at the cookies and giving her puppy dog eyes. Just expecting her to know. That Mari's a classy dame. Kyle. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, all written by the same author. Photo frame next to the shelf. Whoa. Photograph is a portrait of a handsome young man. It's giving monster. Who could it be? I feel like I've checked all the major spots though, like where she takes her ring off. Damn, maybe Tony did take it. Tony! Safety pins? Ow, not that safe. Honey for measuring. First aid kit. Hopefully I won't end up needing this. Good to know. I might be influenced because when I was looking up to see Rotoscoped, it is, by the way, I found out they're working on another short narrative game of a similar style recently. Yeah, they also finished a really short one. I think it's available on Steam now, but it's like very, very short. But that's exciting. I want them to do more. I'm not really sure I need to be inspecting Mari's cooking equipment.
Yeah, but you never know if the ring somehow, like, got sucked in.
What is in those locked cabinets? Oh, she's got the big bed. Strokeably soft. Cruddy alleyway view, but view. Ugh.
I'm cheered up already. Do you see the importance of color?
Boxes of women's shoes. She's pricey. How many pairs of shoes does a dame need? Can't see a price tag. I bet they're expensive. Okay. Is that it? Take it easy. These things take time. Okay, never mind.
Or haven't we checked yet?
It feels significant, but so do some of these other things seem significant. Like the coffee cup thing. I don't know what it is about that, but that feels significant to me. What's this? Something launched between the dresser and the chest of drawers. Oh my god. What's that? Something shiny has dropped down between the furniture. Well. What do we have here? Damn, it looks like my manly arms are too big to fit between the gaps. Get out of town. Hey, Mari. What is it? Mind if I shift that dresser a bit? Good luck. Thanks for the support. That dresser's fixed tight to the wall. There's no easy way of moving it. Good idea in my opinion. I wouldn't want it falling every time we have an earthquake. Then we may have a problem. Now what? What is it, Mr. Hyde? Looks like something's fallen between the dresser and the chest of drawers. I'm gonna get a closer look. Between the dresser and the chest of drawers? Yes, between the two. Are you sure you're not just seeing things? I can't make out much at all. You never know, could turn out to be your ring. Problem is, I can't get my arm in to pull it out. Got anything lying around we could poke in there? Like what? I don't know, it doesn't really matter what it is, just has to be thin to fit into the gap. Nothing really springs to mind. If you find anything that looks like it will fit, feel free to give it a try. Great, looks like I got another search in my hands. The hanger? My buff, manly arms are just too thick to fit in. It's just like, shut the fuck up, Hyde. This looks like just the thing. Do. But it's still, oh, never mind. Was that really there the whole time? I cannot believe that. I cannot believe I missed that. That's crazy. Maybe this hanger is just what I need. Do. No! Oopsies. Damn, that's done it. Now I push it even more. Not as smart as you think you are, Kyle.
Something wrong? I take it from the way you're acting, it didn't work.
No problem. I just gotta give it more thought.
You better get thinking then. Girlie, I'm trying to help you out. Can I try it again? I feel like I should use a different item. Okay. We're not using the hanger. Silly, silly man. I know, it's like, I'm so clever too. Damn, that was real dumb of me. That's got my mind working. Looks like I'm moving in the right direction. This should fit between the furniture, but it's too dinky to actually pull anything out. What do you mean, dinky? What do you mean, dinky? What the fuck? Can I combine this with a hanger? Nope, that doesn't work. Unless... Let's have a little thunk about this. Oh, paperclip! Or a safety pin. Now this is a plus. Pretty sure one of these will come in handy. What about measuring tape? We could use that to like... Could be useful. You never know. Now we're just stealing all of her stuff. She's gonna be like, oh, finally, I got my ring back. Wait a sec. Where the fuck is everything else? They used this a safety pin, no, a paper clip in the Nancy Drew movie for her to sneak the briefcase out from the thug space. It worked there. Let us combine with a thread. Now I have a threaded safety pin. Oh wow, a first aid kit. Well, you never know when you might need this. With some thread attached, this looks perfect for getting that thing out. Do-do-do-do-do. I love how they do just let me use whatever I want. Perfection! Damn, I just stole the rest of her stuff for no reason then. Perfect. I got it. I'm so cool. Now perhaps I can put an end to this whole mess. Mari. What is it? Does this look like the ring that you claim was stolen? You found it? I didn't even break a sweat. Don't lie. I'm no expert on jewelry, but this looks like a pretty decent ring even to me. Definitely impressed by the big stone on it. Mr. Hyde! Now you found my ring, please hand it to me now. What's got into her all of a sudden? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I'm just keen to get my property back. I guess you are. That's it, that's my ring. That puts an end to it. Looks like you wanted to hang the wrong man off your role when you blamed Tony. I'm not exactly proud of myself either. I mean, I did kind of jump to the wrong conclusion. It happens. I just lost it when I noticed my precious ring had gone. Must be real special if you're that protective of it. It's one of my most treasured things. It was a present from my older brother before he passed away. Oh. Mari reaches for the photo on the bookshelf. I suppose I'd better go and patch things up with Mr. Wolf. Not sure I can face him right away, though. I'm still pretty embarrassed. He's bound to fly off the handle and start shouting at me again. Can't say you don't deserve it. What do I do? Tell you what, I'll have a word with him. See if I can't smooth things over a bit. Offer him a cookie. Thank you, Mr. Hyde. Here, you might as well take your stuff back too. Won't be needing it now that I got your ring back. No! That'd be so useful. I'll see myself out.
Thanks again. I leave Mari's room.
Kyle, no! We could have used that measuring tape. I don't know what for, but...
Tony. What is it, man? I found the ring in Mari's room.
Seriously, you got it?
It'd fallen down the side of her dresser.
I knew it! I knew she got the facts all wrong.
She also said she's sorry.
Like that's gonna be enough to clear the air. It's about time I started hearing some serious apologies.
I think you should go easy on her, Tony. She's really embarrassed and not exactly proud of what she's done. Perhaps you should just let it slide this time.
You heard what she said about me, right?
Come on, Tony. We're all gonna be clearing out of these apartments soon. You really want to cause any trouble for yourself?
Duh! Maybe you're right. I think I'm mad enough to take this one on the chin. Forgive and forget on and all. Thanks to you, I'm in the clear. I can't thank you enough for what you did. Can't imagine it would have gone this well if I'd asked anyone else. Guess all that detective training you got really paid off. Whoa! What do you mean detective training? Did I see the fishies? What fishies?
Hold on. What's that supposed to mean? Finding a lost ring, that's child's play.
For you, maybe.
Oh, I pissed him off.
I was pretty surprised when I heard, though. I mean, you, a detective?
Okay, Tony, I got places to be. Bye, Tony. Smell you later.
You went to the aquarium? Oh, hell yeah! What did you see?
Hold up. There's something about what Tony said.
That detective training you got really paid off.
How do you know I was a detective? Very suspicious. You got a moment? How did you know I was a detective? What's up with that? How do you know about my past? Especially the part about me being a detective.
I heard it from Dylan.
How did Dylan know about my past? How the hell did he know?
I thought you must have told him or something.
Like I'd tell a guy like him about my past. I haven't told anyone living in this building about that.
That's so? I just figured that kind of info must have come straight from you. Looks like I crossed the line, huh? Wow, was that the time? I gotta be at an audition. Catch you later, man.
An audition?
Yeah, if I make it through, I'm gonna get me a live gig. If that happens, drinks are on me.
Tony makes his way along the hallway and heads down the stairs. I won't hold my breath for those drinks. Something about what Tony said. What was it? How does Dylan know about my past? It's my pager. Better get back to my room.
This is Red Crown. How can I help you?
It's me. What's up?
Ed's just got back. I'll pass you over.
Uh-oh. What is it, Hyde? There's something we need to discuss. Yeah, well, it's a little late to start apologizing. I don't care how much you grovel, I'm not going back on my decision. It's not about me getting fired, Ed. And what the hell is it about? It's about an order that made its way to me directly. What? There was an order sheet in my room when I got back yesterday. The message on it was vague. It goes like this. Find the Scarlet Star that disappeared in Hotel Cape West 25 years ago. You sure you got your facts in order? Orders shouldn't straight. Orders shouldn't come directly to you at all. As far as the clients are concerned, they don't even know Kyle Hyde. You haven't been spreading what we deal with behind the scenes, have you? What do you take me for, an idiot? Whatever. Ignore that order sheet. In case you forgot, Red Crown ain't your concern anymore, so just drop it. You can take that piece of paper and burn it. But Ed... Plus, sounds like a bogus order to me. Think about it. Who's gonna be off to something that went missing 25 years ago? Just drop it. Besides, you got more important things to do, like finding a job. Whoa, Ed. I'm hanging up.
Ed. What the heck? And we've known each other for 4 years, and this is how you treat me.
A bogus order. Even if it does turn out to be bogus, how did it make its way to me? Speaking of strange, Tony heard I was a detective from Dylan. Dylan, of all people. Ugh, something's just not quite right about this. I think it's about time Dylan and I got better acquainted. I'm gonna be throwing hands with this Dylan. Dylan, ugh. Someone in the hallway. Dylan! What's he doing just standing there? You got a moment? I got some questions I'd like to ask you. Questions to ask me? Yeah. Let me bend your ear for a bit. Are you gonna tell me what it's all about? Tony from 201 was telling me about you blabbing about me being a detective. That's right, I think I did mention it to him. But he came and asked me about it first. He asked you about me? Right. Must have been about 2 weeks back. I was called to his room to take care of a door that wouldn't close. After I fixed it, he asked me if I'd like to grab a drink. That's when he started asking about you. I remember him asking if I knew anything about you. How does everyone know about my knowledge, though? I mean, about my history and knowledge about my... How do people know about my detective history, huh? And why did Tony want to know about me? Hi, Raven! Oh my god, Raven, do you know the Hotel Dusk series? It is such a fun series. I highly recommend playing it. Care to tell me how you knew I used to be a detective? I just cropped up one day. Or it just cropped up. It cropped up? What does that mean? I saw your name in an old newspaper article. An article? Right. It was an article about an undercover investigation in New York. When I read through, I noticed the name Kyle Hyde. I also noticed that you shot an undercover cop. Oops. One that was on the take, not exactly through and through blue. When was that newspaper dated? I think it was from around 4 years back. Interesting. And why did Tony want to know about me? Why did Tony want to know about me? He was going on about how he'd like to be your friend. Just wanted to know if I knew anything about you. Friend? Me? And Tony? Naturally, when he asked, I told him what I knew. All I said is that you're an ex-detective who works as a salesman. Where did you find this newspaper? Let me think. It was just a coincidence. I stumbled across the paper and noticed that article. Finding an old newspaper with stuff about me was a coincidence? Yeah, sure. You expect me to believe that story? Honest, it was just on a job at the time. Out on a job? Yeah, I'm in the plumbing repair business, so I get sent out on jobs. I find myself in buildings and offices a lot. I even fix windows occasionally, too. Thinking back, when I saw the article, I just had moved back from New York. I was doing a job in someone's bathroom. The people had just moved in and there was stuff all over the place. The Dylan is such a white name along with Oliver. Hotel Dusk is like a very American-based game. It's very much like the writer just really liked American culture from like the 1980s. So it takes place in like America. I don't remember where this particular bit takes place in. But Hotel Dusk was like in one of those old like motels on like Route 65 kind of things, you know, like out in the middle of nowhere kind of vibes. And this one's like more in the city. Chicago? Yeah, it feels like very Chicago kind of vibes. I know that he said he lived in Manhattan, but I don't think we're in Manhattan now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Including an old newspaper someone left lying around. I just had lunch and thought I'd give it a read. That's when I saw your name. How far back was this? I don't know, 3 months? That's really weird though. Finding a newspaper article from 4 years ago, specifically with Kyle's name on it, is like, that's such a strange coincidence. If you happen to remember him from a newspaper article 4 years ago, that would still be weird, but maybe less weird considering it's like, oh yeah, a cop shoots his partner. That's kind of a big deal, but I wouldn't really remember that, to be honest. Yeah, for now. Huh? Who's there? Oh, who's this? Here we go. You really should take your chat elsewhere. You're blocking the hallway. Sorry. Kindly get out of my way. Frank. This miserable old guy's Frank Raver. He occupies room 302, has a tendency to skulk around late at night. If memory serves, you're Kyle Hyde, the guy living in the apartment below you, who incidentally has to put up with the racket you make walking around all night. I don't appreciate being accused of things, Mr. Hyde. This building may be old, but it's solid and unlikely to cause such disturbance. Oh my god, we had a new neighbor move in recently, and every so often, I just hear them, like, running around. Like, I don't know if they moved above us or, like, next to us, but it's just, like, I never hear people talking, ever. In, like, the entire 5 years I've lived here, I've never heard people talking. But I just hear them running around sometimes, and it's the first time I've ever had this. The walls in our building are so solid that you never hear people walking or running or doing anything. But I think it's like a child, and they're just like, stomp, stomp, stomp. And I'm just like, what the fuck was that? Because I'm so not used to it. I think Dylan is hiding something, like maybe something that happened. Oh my god, Dylan is so suspicious, dude. Dylan is like incredibly suspicious. Kyle does not like Dylan. That's all. We don't know anything about Dylan except that he's a plumber, he's a bit suspicious, and Kyle does not like him. Impact sound insulation is very different to air transmitted. Oh, for sure. It's like I can hear like, I can hear phone ringing. Like phones, like landlines ringing every single day because of the vibrations, I think. But I can never hear chatting, which I'm kind of glad about. Because, oh my god, the amount of times I scream, and like, please tell me no one is hearing me streaming really loudly. Especially since I stream like at night. Or evening to night. Oh my god, like yesterday when we were going until 6 a.m. Yeah, listen. You sure that's a human? I don't know. It's a cryptid living above me. This building may be old, but that's solid and unlikely to cause such disturbance. I'm telling you, I can hear every one of your footsteps loud and clear. Sometimes I can't even get a wink of sleep while you're stamping around. Looks like I misjudged you, Mr. Hyde. Oh, that's a grumpy face. I had you pegged as the kind of guy who'd have more important things on his mind. Meaning what? Mr. Raver, Mr. Hyde's just trying to say that he's noticed some noise coming from your room. He's not trying to start an argument with you. Damn, Dylan's defending me? That's right, isn't it, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, I'm just saying. Well, my approach I can take a little more care late at night. Gee, thanks. Bit of a cranky old timer we got here. Look at you, Kyle! You're one to talk! While we're all here, I had a matter to bring to your attention, Dylan. You did? It seems that someone left trash by the fire door on the 4th floor again. Not again? Who would be so careless? That's a good question. More importantly, we wouldn't want an incident like before now, would we? I recommend you get there and clean it up right away. Will do. Thank you, Dylan. Frank goes back to his room and disappears. Which reminds me, I never got around to checking out the 4th floor. You take care of the repair work on the 4th floor too? Certainly. Certainly do. Sorry, he turned into Frank for a second. I thought the whole floor was disused. That's why it's out of bounds. Oh, interesting. All the rooms up there are remnants from when this place was a hotel. He's not even employed here. What the fuck? Is he not getting paid? Like, surely she's paying him, right? Because, like, that would be kind of wild. He's doing all of this for free? And we hate Dylan. Why do we hate Dylan? Having problems all the way up there just adds to the hassle. That's the last place we want things to go wrong. I think Frank is the most suspicious. I think Frank's just a cranky old man. I'm gonna have to leave you, Mr. Hyde. I have to get up there and sort this out. He's not paid to clean up trash. Like, why should he be taking care of that? Dylan heads up the staircase. What's up on the 4th floor? Now my curiosity's really piqued. Me too. We gotta go up there. Kyle would be the type to hate the too helpful. Oh, for sure. Kyle would absolutely hate someone that's being too helpful. Ooh, we got a view. Who's that? Oh, it's Dylan. Object permanence. What are you doing up here, Mr. Hyde? I didn't think it was a crime to wander up here once in a while. That's true. Frank said something about some trash. I already took care of it, though. It was just a flyer from an old newspaper. No great shakes. An old newspaper? How old? Someone makes their way up here just to dispose of something like that? You'd be surprised, but it does happen. It's things like this that really get to me. Just another one of the many problems with the building anyone can get into. Yeah, that's kind of... This is why we have lobbies and security. Think about it. Why would Frank know Dylan enough to trust Dylan? Maybe they're in cahoots. In my opinion, you're asking for trouble if people can just walk in off the street. What kind of incident was Frank referring to? Sorry, I don't follow. Just now, outside room 302, Frank Raver said something about an incident. Said something that had happened up here on the 4th floor. Oh, right, that. Care to share some details? It was nothing. Is that right? Yeah, nothing you need to worry about. Okay, I gotta go make a move. Dylan, that was so suspicious. Dylan makes his way to the stairs and ascends, out of sight. Now I know something's up. He seemed caught off guard when I asked. I got an idea. If the rooms up here had been left as they were when it was Hotel Cape West, I wouldn't mind having a better look around. Ooh. Control panel. Oh my god, let's mess with it. Never mind. But Kala would be so funny. Scorch marks. Looks like Dylan took care of the trash someone else left behind. Someone burned their trash up here? Old wooden cabinet. Shame. I bet it would have been thrilling. Taped up box on the floor. Just stuff that's been packed from when the building shuts down. Unless... Toolbox books on the wall. I didn't really see any fire equipment on the other floors, by the way. Isn't that like a safety hazard? We can't take any of these yet, unfortunately. Looks like it was put there very recently. Fire bell and lever. We have a screwdriver. Just saying. Blocked by a hefty looking fire door. Oh! Damn. Shoot, that can't be good. Now the fire alarm's ringing. Ah! Bell's loud enough to wake the dead. I really gotta figure out a way to stop that thing. Are we gonna bad end? Are we not gonna pick any of these up? Do we have to go downstairs and get our screwdriver? Anyway, oopsies. I wonder who did that. That's crazy. Damn, I've done it. Can't very well sling back down. Kyle, I'm trying my best here. Oh! It flicked back. I keep flicking back. Maybe one at a time isn't working. Oh no! Fuck, how do I do this? Oh my god. Thank goodness! It stopped! Not a moment too soon. Uh-oh, someone's coming. You again. Mr. Hyde, what have you done? Yeah, about that. I kind of made a judgment error and set off the alarm. Not a judgment error. A judgment error? More like you thought you'd open the door and start snooping. Yeah, you got me. This is bad. This is real bad. What? Uh-oh. Mrs. Patrice? I told you it was bad. Dylan, care to explain what's going on here? For one, why was the alarm ringing just now? Let me explain. Just what are you doing up here, Mr. Hyde? I was just... Well, that's not what you think, Miss Patrice. Then kindly explain it to me. The alarm went off because I thought it would be a good idea to conduct a test to see if the system was working properly. A test? At this time of day? Yeah. Isn't that what happened, Mr. Hyde? I set up the alarm? Wait, why is he, like, defending us? What the heck? It's just like he said, a test. Dylan asked me to give him a hand while he set it up. I see. Yeah, I asked him to help. I just figured that even though we were gonna be leaving soon, it would be good to make sure the safety measures are still working. Good thinking, Dylan. I can't tell how grateful I am for you to be taking such good care of the building. Now, if you'll excuse me. Max walks away and goes downstairs. Oh my god. Thanks for covering for me there. It's not a problem. Dylan sounds scared. He does sound scared. He sounds very scared of Patrice. Now you're off the hook, you might want to head back downstairs. Guess he's right. Think I'll go take it easy in my room, since I'm unemployed. Oh, the show's gonna start now. After I returned from the 4th floor, I decided to take a load off and relax on the sofa. Still, can't shake the mystery surrounding that order sheet I got. 4 o'clock already? Just in time to catch that show about Hugh Speck on TV. The names in this game are so fun. Hugh Speck. Oh my god! Japanese spies! Whoa! Don't think I watched this much as a kid. Oh. Not on the 5 News. We take a look back at Hugh Speck's career. From LAPD officer to candidate from LA mayor. Hugh Speck comes straight from ranks of LA's finest, where he had a long and distinguished career. While in the LAPD, he cracked many high-profile cases, and even stamped out incidents of police corruption. One of his more famous cases happened in 1950s. A crime ring named Condor was responsible for multiple jewel thefts all over LA. Speck was tireless in his efforts to bring Condor down. Then, 13 years ago, Speck entered the world of politics. As a politician, he continued down his path of justice. One could say that Speck was destined to lead this city. The election ahead will be very interesting indeed. This is Robert Harrison for 5 News, signing off. That was quick. Hugh Speck. He was an officer in the LAPD during the incident involving my old man. It's true that back in the day, he solved his fair share of cases. But in that one surrounding my dad, Officer Speck had a far lesser role to play. Okay, now how am I gonna keep myself occupied? Still plenty of time until dinner. Maybe I'll take a trip down to Lucky's Cafe and grab a coffee. Ooh, are we gonna leave? Oh my god. Damn, this game is a lot bigger than Hotel Dusk. Oh, I'm actually really sad though that we didn't get more. Think of like how much they could have branched out on like the 3DS or the Switch. Well, it's a good thing that they are still making games. I recognize that guy over there. He's, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? What is he wearing? Well, hello there. Hi. I definitely know this guy. He's on the 3rd floor and what is his vibe supposed to be? I'm going based off of like the ruffled shirt, but I think he's more like, I don't know, the Beatles maybe? You're Kyle Hyde from room 202, aren't you? Yeah. And you're Charles. Charles? Why is he glaring at me? Yes, Charles. Is there something wrong with my name? I think... Why do we always antagonize everyone we talk to? No, I get it. You forgot again, didn't you? You got me, kid. It's coming back to me. Your full name is Charles Juanet? Exactement. Might be a good idea to make a note of it or something, though. There's only 9 people in this building. It shouldn't be too hard to learn their names. Is he supposed to be rich? I don't know. I'm scared. You're right. Sorry, kid. Some people find it very rude if you forget their name, you know? Trust me, I don't forget names on purpose. They just seem to slip through the cracks. I don't go around presuming everyone remembers me either. Interesting attitude. Thank you, Mr. Hyde. That helps me understand the kind of person you are better. Glad to hear it. Try to make some effort to remember my name from now on, yeah? When I forget a person's name, I feel terrible inside. I hear you loud and clear. Why does he look like he's assessing me? This kid's name is Charles Swanet. He came over as an exchange student. He is French! Okay. According to Betty, he has dreams of becoming a big-time movie director. You're buddies with Billy, who used to live in 205, right? Yes. That's right. No, I can't do that. It's too hard. I remember Betty telling me a while back. Betty's lovely, isn't she? It's a shame that we won't be living in the same building as her for much longer. We've all got to leave this place after all. Thanks for the reminder. Hey, I heard that alarm bell ringing earlier. Do you know what happened? He's so upset. That was just a test. Nothing special. A test? I thought it might have been something a little more exciting. Here we go again, I thought. Oh. Hey, you got a moment. I also love that he's wearing this big, roughly French outfit, as if people in France wear that. As if people in France are like wearing this. Maybe in the 80s? I don't know. What did you think happened? I thought it was something, it was happening all over again. What was? You know, the panic about the fire from 2 weeks ago? I thought it was another fire. There was a fire here 2 weeks ago? Didn't you hear about that, Mr. Hyde? I didn't hear a thing, but then again, I was away on a trip at the time. It happened around lunchtime on a weekday. Do you know where the fire broke out? Yeah, it was up by the staircase on the 4th floor. Interesting. Yes. I heard that someone came into the building and started it. Fire from 2 weeks ago, very suspicious. The fire mock did seem quite recent. Luckily, someone spotted it and put it out right away. The building didn't suffer any lasting damage. Who put the fire out? Dylan, probably. Mr. Raver? Frank Raver? Oh, Frank Raver? From 302? Yes, that's him. If Mr. Raver hadn't noticed that fire, who knows what might have happened. By the way, Mr. Hyde, what are you gonna do after you leave this place? I haven't quite worked that out yet. Me neither. I haven't even started looking for a new apartment. I really like this place, despite it being a bit run down. You and me both, kid. I'll see you later, Mr. Hyde. Charles says goodbye and leaves. Oh my god. It seems like for once, actually, not Jake. I keep thinking he's Jake Hunter. Kyle Hyde. It seems like for once Kyle Hyde doesn't actively hate him. Like with Tony and Dylan. Oh, hey. That's some fine smelling food. Oh, we're not outside. Huh? Huh? It's Frank. What's he doing there? You again. I'm bumping into you a lot lately, Mr. Hyde. Mr. Raver. Good timing. I have some things I'd like to ask you. What's this, an ambush? Yes, right outside the Happy Cafe. Charles told me that you came across a fire on the 4th floor 2 weeks ago. I did, yes. What about it? Are you in the habit of wandering around in out-of-bounds areas? What can I say? I get bored easy. I don't have a job to go to anymore either. Plus, it's good for my health to climb up and down the stairs. I thought for a moment you had something interesting to ask me. Goodbye. Can't deal with them. Frank slips away towards the staircase. Bye, Frank.
Grub time! Oh my god, it's like an actual diner! Lucky's Cafe, best food and raw canteen and best food and raw caffeine in town.
It's worth a trip downstairs just for that aroma of freshly ground coffee. Damn, you have a whole cafe connected to your building?
Oh, you know what? I'm surprised there aren't more Christmas decorations around. Hi! Welcome to Lucky's Cafe! Oh, Mr. Hyde, nice to see you. Today's coffee is straight Guatemalan mineral roast.
Sounds good. I'll take one of those, coarsely ground and black.
Gotcha. Can I get you something to go with that?
That's $1 million question.
Maybe I can tempt you with today's special dessert. We only got one left. I made it myself, which makes it extra special.
Yeah, why not?
I'm sure you won't regret it.
I feel like she's the one person he's not gonna antagonize. Yeah.
The perky waitress is Claire Regan, daughter of the cafe's owner. She's always cheery and keeps the customers coming back.
I hate her. Doesn't get me to come back.
I guess he'll be taking your regular spot, right?
Right. I have a habit of always sitting in the same seat when I come here. Sitting here enjoying a good cup of coffee, one of the best things about this place.
Here you go. Today's coffee and one of my special desserts.
What is that?
My homemade plum truffles. I took a ripe dried plum, filled it with wonderfully fruity chocolate ganache, then coated it with slightly bitter types of chocolate for an edgy flavor. It all adds up to a deliciously sweet dessert. I hope you like it, Mr. Hyde.
Certainly looks tasty.
Bon appetit. Claire drifts away from the table after delivering my order. There's an appetizing looking combination of coffee and dessert on the table.
That's a fine aroma. The fragrant coffee takes me away from my troubles, if only for a while. I'm reminded of when I went to a diner in America and I asked for like a pot of tea and they were like, oh, we do free refills. I was like, oh, what? That's crazy. So I asked for a refill and they poured more hot water in the same cup with the same tea bag. Buddy, that's not a refill. That's not a refill. You can't use the same cup of tea. I was aghast. But I do love diner atmospheres. It is very special. Here's a refill you have to deal with. Most places wouldn't do that. It was just so funny. It was in Louisiana. I was ready to cry. If that was concentrated tea, that would make... Oh, it really wasn't. It was just like an ordinary tea bag. It was an ordinary... I don't even do that with like my special tea leaves. Like once I use them, they're done. They're out. Or like mate. What's mate? Huh? Oh! Looks like I can't stay away from your coffee for too long, can I? Glad to hear it. How are you finding today's blend? Let me see. Full flavored, slightly bitter, with a fine aroma to boot. Isn't it spectacular? Got my hands on some top-notch beans. Louisiana's just the France of America. No, wait. France has some really good tea. I will say this much. Actually, it doesn't have great tea. It has okay tea. The tea's all right. The tea's okay. You know the one place I actually really like the coffee? Italy. Italy's got really good coffee. Like the back panel. Let's not hype up France too much, actually. They got really good pastries though. My god, the fresh bread and croissants actually peak. Poland is the Texas of Europe? Wait, what does that mean? Yeah, no, Italy, the first time I had like a flat coffee and just a plain cappuccino, and I really enjoyed it. Like, I just really enjoyed it. It was so good. And I will not say that about coffee ever, but Italian coffee, they make it good. They make that kind of like cappuccino, like cafe latte, like they make it really well. Although one of my friends ordered a latte and they gave them hot milk. So yeah, if you're going to Italy, don't ask for a latte. Just some warm milk. Too much guns? Really? I didn't know that. Does Poland just allow like guns? Do they not have gun control? Or like, here you're basically not allowing guns at all. I kind of assumed it was like that in most places in Europe. Mate is like a tea, very caffeinated and herbal. I remember seeing vids of people pouring the stuff in a cup in such a way you can pour hot water in one section as a refill. Oh, damn. Interesting. I think they kind of do that. They do that with like Hong Kong coffee, don't they? Where it's like, oh, not Hong Kong coffee, tea. Where you can like, you pour it again and again and again and you keep like boiling it and then you just like add milk. South American. Ooh, wait, I feel like Ollie definitely mentioned this to me before. It was like a strange way of brewing it. Like you put in like a big pot and it seemed very interesting. Sweet tea is my favorite. You know what? I won't judge. It's not my favorite, but I will respect most teas. I just won't drink them. I do take my tea without sugar though, so y'all already know I don't like sweets. So I'm not the right person to go to for that. Isn't it spectacular? Got my hands on some top-notch beans. A little darker, but ground coarsely and dripping slowly gives it a richer taste. I find it pays to add a little more than you think you need to. Well, sure beats that instant crap. Ha ha, I'll take that as a compliment. It seems like we really like the cafe people. I feel like the only people Kyle likes are the people in this cafe and no one else. We have Oatly, Planet Oak, and store brand. Oh, okay, so you have Oatly. Do you have Khalifa? We usually switch between Oatly and Khalifa because like we buy them on Amazon usually since we just like get like huge packs. And the prices of Khalifa and Oatly keep jumping up and down. So we jump between the two of them. Like 1 week it'll be Khalifa, 1 week it'll be Oatly. This guy's name is Sidney Regan. He's Claire's father and he owns this place. He can dig his heels in when he wants, but he likes to talk and we get on well. He seems so jolly. I love how they draw their faces, guys. Like, ugh, I'm actually obsessed. I love like the expressions, the eyes. So good. I did see a complex canned cold brew. Oh no. Coco talkie in this style? Ooh. I should have prepared that in advance. Oh, I should have done that in advance. Maybe next time. I don't know. That sounds kind of fun. What do you think of the dessert? Be honest now. It was great. How great exactly? You know, just great. I thought you'd say something like that. For me, I find that adding some liquor really sets the taste apart from the rest. Liquor? Adding just the right amount of boosts the impact of the ganache. Helps balance the taste of the plums and cocoa too. If you tried a dessert I'd put together, chances are you'd be pining for another. How come you don't tell Claire all this? Don't get me wrong, it isn't like I haven't tried. She's just not that interested in me taking on recipes. Tells me to keep them to myself. She's in the habit of ignoring my good advice. Sometimes I think I can even see my ex-wife's personality poking through. Damn. By the way, Mr. Hyde, you know the customer sitting over there in the back? Which one? Him, over there. The guy in the sunglasses. Guy in the sunglasses? Whoa!
There's a shifty-looking guy sitting in the back wearing sunglasses.
Who the hell is that guy? He's a friend of yours, Mr. Hyde? Never laid my eyes on him before. Strange, he seems to know all about you. What? He came around asking questions and everything. It's just the mafia, no big deal. I just figured he might be a friend of yours. Looks like I got it all wrong, though. Then he finishes speaking and just leaves. Who is that guy, and how does he know about me? Suspicious. Very suspicious.
Christmas tree decorated with veritable rainbows of ornaments.
This is my happy spot. What is he doing here? I was almost worried for a second. Kyle cannot stand empty ketchup bottles.
Poster has a picture of iced tea. I think I'll stick with Cool Pop.
That's what happens when you use the same seats for decades. This one's expensive. Who is this jabroni? Hey. Got a moment? Oh my god.
That depends.
Firstly, who the hell are you? Sydney said you know who I am, but I never even met you before, so time to start talking, pal.
Is that right?
Yeah, why don't we begin with your name?
The name's Foster. Rex Foster.
The Rex Foster. So he calls himself Rex Foster. That must be the guy that called Mom and Rachel. Finally, got a face to put to the name I keep hearing. You've been busy making a lot of calls, it would seem. What are you after? I don't seem to remember asking for a guy like you to follow me around.
Yeah, okay, you got me.
Hey. Got something you want to say?
Kyle. You really trying to pretend you're a salesman, aren't you? The way you speak is a dead giveaway, though. There's no hiding you were a detective.
What did you just say?
Whoops, there I go again. You used to be a pretty good detective back when you were a cop in New York. Seems you had a pretty high opinion of yourself, too. It seems that part may have been a little exaggerated. Whoa! Didn't have you pegged as someone who'd want to conceal their past as a detective. Guess I was wrong.
I don't see that my opinion of myself has got anything to do with you. Let's get back on track. What exactly do you want from me?
About time you asked. I was hoping to ask you some questions is all.
Questions?
Yeah, to begin with. Why do you choose to live in this particular building?
No reason. I'm just kind of wound up here.
Pull the other one. That's not the reason. You set up here because this place was Hotel Cape.
I have no clue what he's babbling about.
Made you think, did I? What the fuck? Let's try another question, shall we?
What's your attitude, buddy?
You're trying to hide the fact there was some trouble today on the second floor, too.
Why would I hide that from you? We've never met. Okay, first off, how do you know about me? How do you know I was a detective?
Now that would be telling.
Don't play the innocent with me. You better start talking real quick.
Let's just say a little bit of research on you went a long way.
So you're researching me now, are you? Care to elaborate on that? Who the hell are you?
Hey, easy! You're not the only person I'm looking into.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
I can't really tell you anything right now. Speaking to you could be quite dangerous, Kyle.
Cut the crap. And define dangerous.
If you know too much, you might feel inclined to get in my way.
And why would I want to get in your way? I don't even know you.
I never said you'd do it on purpose, but guys like you, they just tend to get in the way.
You're making less and less sense as you go along.
You may have left the force to seek out a life without too much excitement. But guys like you just get a whiff of a case and switch right back to your old ways. That's precisely why I can't afford to get you in my way.
Guys like me? You want to explain that to me?
Oh, I'm sure you understand just fine.
What does that mean? Trouble? What are you talking about?
So you're saying nothing happened, are you?
Well, there's something. No, nothing happened.
Fair enough. I just wanted to ask.
Who does this guy think he is?
That's me done. I'm leaving.
Hey, hold it. Not so fast.
Take it easy, Kyle. There's plenty of time for us to sit down and chat, you know.
Rex says his piece and leaves. Who does that guy think he is? Mr. Hyde. Huh? Who was that guy? His name's Rex Foster. Seems he's been gathering information about me. Why would he do that? Are you in some kind of trouble? Not that I know of. He wasn't a detective, was he? Trust me, he's no detective. Foster's a mafia boss name, or a right-hand name of a mafia boss. He's definitely like... There's definitely been some kind of jewelry ring that used to run in this hotel for sure. More likely he's working for some lousy agency or a third-rate newspaper. I guess you're right. Oh, I guess you're right. He seems like a weirdo right from the moment I laid eyes on him. Ooh, why do you think so? Sometimes he'd have his notebook open on the table. Seems like when he thought of something, he'd write it down. What if he's just a writer, actually? Notebook. He'd read his notes back to himself. Bugs me every time I see him. What made you think he was weird? For one, he's been coming here all the time. Started about 2 or 3 days ago. Spending long hours with just a single cup of coffee, staring at my customers, and also, there's more, goes around asking all kinds of questions, such as stuff from the past, mostly. Interesting. Asking about stuff from the past? Like what? Well, he tends to be fixated on this building's past, when it used to be a hotel. That's quite a while back. It is. He also asks about something that happened 13 years ago. 13 years ago? The incident. I don't know what it was. It's always something like 7 years ago. 13 years ago. He never reveals his motives about why he's so interested in that particular event. What happened? What happened in the hotel 13 years ago? That's a tough question. I'd appreciate it if you kept this to yourself. Mrs. Patrice asked me to avoid talking about it. She seems especially keen to keep it from the people living in the apartments. What happened? I think I can trust you not to spread it around, Mr. Hyde. If the truth be known, when this building was still a hotel, there was a murder here! On top of that, the case was never solved. Wasn't it when Speck was a detective 13 years ago? Speck? We were a detective 13 years ago. Wait, 13 years ago? Wait, how old were we 13 years ago? No, we were still a teenager. Wait. "25 years ago, our dad died when we were 9 years old. 13 years ago, we would have been 20? How old are we now? 33? 21 years old? So we would have just... Oh, that was right before we got a job. Right before we became a detective. What kind of notes has he been making? When I took his coffee over once, I nearly caught a glimpse of his notes. He noticed right away and snapped his notebook shut. Ugh. An unsolved murder. What do you know about the incident? I don't think I'd better go into any more detail, Mr. Hyde. Come on, you told me this much. The thing is, someone involved in the incident's rather close to me. There's also those who are keen to forget about the incident once and for all. Please understand, I'm just not happy to continue discussing it. One more thing. What is it? That Rex Foster guy seems to be after information concerning that murder. He could be a reporter. The more I think about it, the more it fits. A shady character like him would make a perfect reporter for one of those gossip mags. I'll bet money that's where he's from. Could be. Changing the subject, Mr. Hyde, have you decided who you're gonna vote for? I haven't quite made up my mind. Media seems to focus on Hugh Speck, the ex-congressman. I personally don't like the idea of him winning, though. Really? Why's that? I just find that guys like him, with police backgrounds and such, they're kind of suspicious. And rightly so. And rightly so. I got a friend who swears the guy was on the take during his days in the force. He said he was also into racketeering, among other things. Sydney's daughter is probably who he was talking about, perhaps. 13 years ago. I wonder if it's someone she knew. My first thought was like her mother, but then I realized I feel like he probably wouldn't be as open about all of this if it were. So it might be someone a bit more distant. We're talking about Hugh Speck, right? I've never heard these rumors. It's politics, right? Everyone's at least a bit corrupt, if it's true. It won't be easy for whoever becomes mayor. Lowering the crime rate will be tough. Ain't that the truth? Say, you hear about that robbery at the jewelries near here yesterday? We did, actually. Sydney puts the newspaper down. This kind of crime gives people like me the jitters. Reminds me of a very similar incident a while back. Dad? Yeah? We got orders queued up over here. Can you come back to the counter for a while? Sure thing. I'll be right over. Duty calls, Mr. Hyde. I'll catch up with you another time. Mind if I take a look at that newspaper? Not a problem. Take your time. Sydney makes his way back to the counter. Sydney's newspaper is on the table. It reads, "New development in serial jewel robbery case. With regard to the succession of jewel burglaries that have taken place recently, Los Angeles Police Department announced a new lead. The culprit could be a jewelry theft ring called Condor, based on the information that a woman in black hat had witnessed at the crime scene before the incident." Interesting. This group once frightened the whole nation, and there are fears of that their reign of terror is beginning once more. Woman in this article. Sounds just like the woman I saw outside the building yesterday. Coincidence? Maybe she's the thief. I think Speck might have some. Speck is that Frank Speck? Maybe. I mean, he would have been alive and around that time. Things have been more hectic than usual since yesterday. There's only one thing for it. If I think back over the events, maybe I can clear a few things up. Ooh. December 19th, 1980. Oh, the congressman. Not me forgetting everyone's names already. Hugh Speck is definitely corrupt, for sure. I do not trust that man one bit. Alarm clock woke me up as usual. After I got myself back to sleep, the phone rang and got me up again. The one who woke me up with a ridiculously early phone call was... Rachel. No, that's not. Never mind. It was Jeannie, our mother. It was my mom who decided it would be a good time to call. She's currently living in New Jersey by herself. After I finished speaking with Mom, Rachel called. She and Mom had some very similar stuff to tell me. They both said they'd been called by Rex Foster. His name was Rex Foster. They were keen to find out whether he was an acquaintance of mine. Tony got me caught up in some crazy situation, just like always. Who was the second floor occupant that swore Tony stole a ring? That was Mari. Tony was a master jewel thief. I was coerced into taking a look around Mari's room to prove Tony's innocence. Turns out the ring had just fallen. He expressed his gratitude. We talked, he mentioned that he knew I used to be a detective. Tony got that information from Dylan. That's right. After squeezing him for facts, he finally told me that it came from Dylan. Dylan's a quiet guy who lives on 304. He takes care of general repairs around here. He found my name in an article from a 4-year-old newspaper. Funny how coincidences like that seem to happen around me. As the day went on, I had the urge to go to Lucky's. Figured I'd head down there and grab a coffee. Imagine my surprise at finding none other than Rex Foster there. The cafe owner told me Rex had been asking questions. He was asking about an incident 13 years ago. Rex had asked about what happened 13 years ago, when the apartment was still a hotel. He turned out to be the same guy who'd been calling around for info about me. Now I find out he's after facts surrounding what happened in the past. Unlucky for me, he chose not to let me in on his secret and left. Despite the apartment being due to close, I spent the entire day embroiled in conversations with the other residents. Turned out to be pretty useful for gathering facts on past and present events here. Especially the unsolved murder that happened 13 years ago. The sudden appearance of Rex Foster in the cafe today made me feel uneasy, and set my mind spinning back to the mysterious order sheet I found in my room. I think I'm just beginning to register the fact that there's something more to this building than meets the eye. Some sort of secret to be found here, I'm sure. Ooh. End of chapter 2. My god, 11 p.m. Alright, guys. We're gonna wrap up for today. That's enough. That's enough lost window for today. Oh, sorry, it's December 20th. We shall continue next week. And find out what else is going on in this hotel. I'm very excited to see like how all of these mysteries end up tying together, because I don't know. The fact that the jewelry thing was in Marie's room makes me think, I don't know. I just feel like, and with how like suspicious she was with that ring, I just feel like there's something there. Something there. I also feel like her brother being dead is gonna come back in some way. There's so many little points that like I would think would be unrelated, but kind of like in Hotel Dusk, everything ended up kind of coming together in some kind of way. I'm looking forward to it. I also feel like Dylan is, I don't know. At first I was kind of like, he's so sketchy. He's so like slinky.
But now I feel like he might just be a guy. He might just be a guy, but he's weirdly scared of, he's very like flighty around Patrice, which is a little bit suspicious. Like, why? What has Patrice got over him? Why is he doing so much work for free? Maybe that will like tie us together. Like, why is he being so helpful? Is he a good guy, or is there something else there? The crunched up jacket in the back of her closet. Lots of little details. But we'll find out next time. All right, guys. Good night. Take care. And next week, maybe I will also be a Kyle Hyde. Who knows? We don't know. You don't know. I might be completely different next week. No one could ever predict what will happen on this dark and stormy night.